Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Aries in the month of April 2019. What's going on, Aries? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. All right, Aries, right off the bat, happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday to those Aries who are celebrating here in April. I hope you're having a fabulous day on your birthday and thereabouts, and just every day in your life. I hope it's good, but, you know, probability says that's impossible, but at least on your birthday, I hope it's a good one, okay? Aries, shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. What I'll do is I'll shuffle down for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the board, that is when the reading begins. As always, there's a timestamp in the description box below if you want to jump ahead. Also, as always, down there is the information you will need if you want to get a personal reading with me. And since this marks my 1-year anniversary with this channel, I started with you guys last year. My first video ever published on this channel was an Aries reading in April 2018. And to celebrate that anniversary, I kind of have to make some changes around here. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing, not in April, but probably towards June, maybe even May, but at least by June, I'm actually going to have to change the pricing of readings and kind of restructure everything. Right now, any reading is $25. Super fair price, super cheap for what I give you, which is at least a 30 to 40 minute reading, and it often goes more than that. But that's just going to have to change very soon. So yeah, if you want to get a reading with me and you've never done it before, I suggest you do it now if you don't want to pay more. That's commerce. That's the world we live in. It's a capitalist world, you know, so I got to do what I got to do. Yeah. So just want to make that announcement with you guys, and everybody else who will see their readings as, the month rolls on, or the end of this month rolls on. All right. Anything else in the general announcements? Nah. Just happy that this retrograde is almost over. I'm filming this at the end of March, so hopefully you guys didn't have a bad time, but I feel it was pretty heavy for everybody, okay? All right, let's go ahead and shut the hell up and get to Aries outcome. Aries outcome for April 2019, please. Aries outcome, April 2019. Wow, nice. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. All right, nice. Let's flip everything. Wow, look at you. Look at you doing shit. Lovely. Because I remember your birthday reading, and that was tough. I think you had a semi-tough mid-March reading as well. Things have been tough. I think I'm just remembering that about Aries in general. Things have been tough. So hopefully things aren't too tough here, all right? Let's figure this out. Show me Aries in April 2019. Where is Aries in April 2019? Please show me April 2019 for Aries. Where is Aries? Yeah, okay. Wow, nice and loud. Woo. That was interesting. Okay, guys. Coming into April, you come in with the 4 of Swords. So, like I said, things have been tough. 4 Swords, traditionally, we're talking about rest and respite, and I really feel that. I really definitely feel that traditional interpretation of this card is here for most of you. You guys have been sort of on a retreat, or maybe you've literally been on a retreat. Like, there's a little bit of a traveling scene here in this card. So some of you maybe have gone on certain retreats, or, you know, a spa day, given that it's your birthday, given that, you know, for some of you it's my birthday month or it's my birthday week. However long you want to celebrate, that's your business. Go for it. Go to town. But there is this reflection as well here. You know, contemplative is another part of this. So while you're relaxing, while you're celebrating your birthday, while you're having shots at the bar, while you're slicing into that cake and, you know, blowing out your candles, there is in the background sort of like a program that runs in the background of a computer or on your cell phone or something. There has been this reflective thing going on inside of you, Aries, where you're really contemplating, what is going on in my life? What am I going to do with this situation? What am I going to do with this person? What am I going to do with that relationship? What am I going to do with my job? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And given that it's swords, it's very prominent mental energy. Yeah. You might feel a certain way, right? But your head is saying another thing. So this isn't a matter of balancing your head and your heart. Not in this card, at least. I'm not feeling that. It is really you erring on the side of your mental capacities, or rather, more specifically, what you think about the specific situation that this is going to resonate for you in, okay? So if it is a relationship, you're thinking all the thoughts that you've ever had about that relationship. Not thinking all the thoughts, but you're thinking all the things. You're really going over details. You're really, some of you might be reminiscing or ruminating on certain memories and things like that. So it's really in your head, in your head, in your head. And the irony is that it's all in your head, but you're still trying to rest on it, okay? So even though you're thinking a lot, you're actually trying to not make a decision or make hasty decisions or make hasty changes or behaviors, you know what I mean? So, you know, Aries, you're a pioneering energy, first sign of the Zodiac. You know, you have this ferocious, I can get it done, go get 'em attitude. And coming into April, no, there's a little bit of a break on that. There's a, let's consider the options. Let's consider the repercussions. Let's go back to the drawing board, or let's reevaluate something in some cases. Or for those where, thank you, and I pick it back up. For those who you've been thinking so much, you're erring. For those where you're thinking too much, and that's possible in the Four of Swords, it's like too much thought, too much rest, or too much rumination. I think that's kind of, the rest part is a reaction to the ruminating, to the thinking and thinking and thinking, yeah? So I just want to go out on my birthday, or I want to go out this weekend, or I want to take a mental health day from work, whatever you're doing. So some of you are diving deep into the relaxation part of this, or the respite part of this, as a way to try not to think about it, okay? So you don't want to make rash decisions, but you have to do something to keep yourself busy. So that's the spa day, that's the going out and celebrating, that's the, sleeping in and having a mental day. Some of you are just like, close the curtains, and just lay in bed for hours and hours. I'm not feeling that for many of you, but that's possible because people are people and we all react differently to certain stimuli or certain situations, yeah? So that's where you start. You start in this, what's going on? How do I feel? Or rather, what am I thinking about this? I mean, how you feel is going to be a part of it. Feelings and thoughts are really hard to kind of like totally separate, but it really is more about what do these, from, I don't know why I have to clarify this or talk about this, but it's a strange thing maybe for you to put so much thought into how you feel, is kind of what this is. I've never thought so much about my feelings. I've never thought so much about my emotions, is kind of what they want me to underline there for somebody. So, whatever. So that's where you start. Where are we going next? Well, right next door, of course. Yes, because here's how you feel right next door. 8 of Cups. Boy, oh boy. Things have turned upside down for you, yeah? And I say that because, I work with this deck ever so often, but one of the things that I immediately notice about this guy is he's like seated next to this water. He's got that wrecked ship behind him there, and he's dressed all snazzy. So like this person has escaped a shipwreck, or a ship, what do you call it? A sinking ship. So some of you feel that way. You were on a sinking ship, you got on this raft, or this canoe, or whatever, this lifeboat, thank you, that's the word, this lifeboat back there, and now the lifeboat is even destroyed, and now you're just on this beach, looking at all these tossed around cups. A wreck, coming out of a wreck, yeah, for some of you, not everybody. That's like really specific, like you were dressed to the nines, you were very comfortable, like this guy was very comfortable, probably on a yacht or, you know, a nice enough little speedboat or something like that, or even a cruise ship, something like that. And things seem to be going to plan, and then all of a sudden, Mayday, 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 you know, women and children first, Titanic Part 2, and now this. Okay? So some of you were in a really comfortable position that is no longer there. It's just gone. Absolutely gone. And in that wreckage, in the time, not the time, but in the aftermath of the wreckage, in the aftermath of the sinking, here you are contemplating. Very similar to that Four of Swords energy. What's my next move? What am I going to do after this? And because it's Cups and it's the Eight of Cups, we're talking about your emotional fulfillment. So you're thirsty, no pun intended, for getting back to having that, I feel contented, I feel full, I feel happy, I feel joy, I feel possibilities, I feel optimistic, yeah? Eight of Cups is just not optimistic, it's dwelling in this card, or in this depiction. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite, you see the person walking away under the cover of night, like actively seeking. So here you are still, Aries, kind of reflecting, ruminating, wondering, and pondering, and not really making moves. The moves are going to come. I feel it on the board. I'm not even looking down, but I feel there is some movement down there. But for now, super rest. Thank you. Pick it back up. They're very bossy today. And the difference, again, is I think maybe how I did this before, this motion. And what was I talking about? Oh, right. Separating your thoughts from your emotions. So that Four of Swords here, and then the Eight of Cups next door, maybe that's what you're doing. You're ruminating and you're reviewing how you feel. And then you're also ruminating and analyzing what you think. Didn't I say that? Like what you think about how you feel. It's that I'm not able to connect the dots on that. I hope that makes sense to you. And maybe it works in reverse too. How do you feel about what you think? Okay, so maybe both of those things are important. What you think about how you feel and how you feel about what you think. Something about that is important for somebody. Maybe even like one of you. And I'm sorry if that, you know, alienates most of the crowd here. But that's like important. And I can't connect those dots, but I hope they connect for whoever needs to hear that. Now, that's kind of isolated here. What's next? Yes. So I feel there's like a counteraction that you want. Maybe you'll get it. It's only an Ace of Wands. And I shouldn't say it's only, I'm sorry. It's an Ace of Wands. And aces are great, but they're only opportunities. And I have to say that like immediately. Like I can't even build you up with, oh my God, it's this new vigor for life. It is that. It's this new excitement. It's a new project. It's new ideas and creativity. It's all that stuff. But the first thing that they want me to tell you is it's a possibility. It's only a possibility. It's just an opportunity. And opportunities come and go. Okay? If you don't seize it, if you don't recognize it, if you don't appreciate it, and if you don't welcome it in, if you're closed off to it, then it's going to pass you by. For some reason, I got to be harsh with you about this Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands, you want it badly. It's bright, it's shiny, it's new. It's very much in line with your hometown energy of the fire element, okay? Wands and fire, that's all you, Aries, okay? Bright new day, bright new you with your birthday month, your solar return, the astrological new year. All that stuff is here in this Ace of Wands, but if you're not ready for it, especially since it's coming right above that Eight of Cups where you're just sitting on that damn log, not trying to get away from this sadness. And it's not, okay, not that you're not trying to get away from this. You are. It's just perhaps you're not as active. Perhaps you are in some ways defeating yourself, okay? I feel like you're tripping up here. Between these two energies, you're tripping yourself up. I feel that you're spending too much time here. Okay? Potential to get the hell out of there, to raise your vibration, to get yourself on a new energetic path, a new life path, a new behavioral path, a new pattern a pattern of behavior. Yeah, a pattern of behavior. It could be that, because wands are also about physical activity. So for those who, you know, you've drawn the curtains, you listen to sad music, maybe you're listening to opera. I don't think that opera music is sad. It's very helpful to me. Like, I'm not even listening to it, but it helps me do this. Anyway, so whatever you're doing, if you're like being a sad sack, no offense to anybody, stop it. Stop it. You're a cardinal sign, you initiate, you take action, you turn the ignition on, okay? So if you want new things going on in your life, turn the ignition on. You do it. Nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. I have to put the boot up somebody's ass. I don't know who this is for, but you need a boot up your ass. And that's who I'm really talking to. Others of you, you're like, okay, yeah, I know. I got this. Like, you're really like telling me shit I already know. And I'm like, I know. But somebody is just like not on that train just yet. They're not in their Tom Hanks castaway energy. Not only am I going to rescue myself here, I'm going to have a companion and his name is Wilson. Like, someone out there is not that industrious right now. They're not feeling motivated. They're not feeling inspired. They're not feeling capable. And that's ooh. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to reserve that for my other material. But there's some Aries out there, maybe a few of you, maybe just one of you, but there's someone out there who's just not feeling up to the task. And that's a really crazy concept for me to see an Aries sit in for a long time. Aries, you're very capable. You believe in yourself. Oh my God, do you believe in yourself? So if you're not on that train, listen to this video once or twice or 3 times. I don't care how many times. And, you know, become your own cheerleader as best you can, okay? So that's what you want. And it's appropriate that it's above that 8 of Cups, because the 8 of Cups is about, what do I want? What am I seeking? What am I missing? Ignition point, inspiration, creativity, new excitement in your life. Some of you need to get laid. It is a phallic symbol, blah, 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 blah. So, sorry to demean your sex life there. But whatever it is, it's right above you, right in your potentially in your mental space. It's in your consciousness. That's how you should think of it. It's in your consciousness. Maybe you don't recognize it yet. Like I said, it's an opportunity. Sometimes opportunities go missed, or we don't appreciate them, or we can't, you know, like, oh, is it that? Like, some of you are like walking past, like you're window shopping, or you're walking somewhere and you see like a bulletin board and there's like a class for like pottery or something. And you're like, I've never thought of doing that. Do it. If something in you instinctually says, I should try this, just to try it, do it. See what happens. If you've got expendable cash, if you've got expendable time, you got time on your hands, you got free Saturday mornings every Saturday because, you know, you'd like to sleep in, or you just don't have any other obligations, and the pottery class is Saturday mornings, take the damn class. Who will you meet? You don't know. What will you create? You don't know. What will you learn? You don't know. There's so much potential in whatever you're going to experience. And even if it was a wash, the fact that it changed your behavioral patterns, I said something about that, right? Creating new behavioral patterns. Instead of sleeping in every Saturday, you get up out of your bed, you take a shower, you go down to the class. And even if it's crap, even if whatever you make is crap, even if the people that you meet down there are weird, or you don't really form a bond or a friendship, the fact that you have done this consistently every Saturday, week after week after week after week, say for like 6 weeks or something like that, that creates a new pattern in your life. That creates a new vibration in your life, and that changes you away from that. Okay? And in order to do that, you need this guy on your side. The Fool energy, secondary card of Aquarius, Uranus energy associated with this card. Other people will say this is a secondary card. Sometimes they say of, I think they say of you, Aries. But I go by the planetary association, so Uranus is associated with Aquarius, so that's what I say. But regardless, having this guy on your side, maybe it could come in the form of another person, but I'm feeling this is more energetically, since it is an opportunity, it comes right next to that Ace of Wands. You have an opportunity to tap into this. So risk-taking behavior, right up your alley, all right? Being fearless, totally your bag. not really worried about the consequences, or consequences be damned. Put it on your gravestone, Aries. That's like what you live and die by. No, I don't mean to be so, macabre with it or so morbid with it, but that's how you are. That's a part of your personality, whether you believe in it or not. So it's here for you. Take it. This energy. All right? And again, I think it comes, because the Fool, especially in this depiction, is shown to be sort of like a court jester, right? So again, it might come in a way that you're not expecting. Could come in the form of another person. Could be that pottery class. Could be, it doesn't have to be so formal. It could just be something that you change about yourself. I'm going to give up eating bread for, my birthday. Or, it's, because April isn't Lent in April? And I'm not religious, so sorry. But Easter and all that kind of stuff, fasting, it could be whatever. But you have to be willing to take that leap of faith, to try it out. And I shouldn't have to tell an Aries to try it out. You are a cardinal sign. You're the first sign of the zodiac. If anybody is up for trying stuff out, it's you. It's you. So get the hell out there and try it. Or, whatever. It doesn't even have to be about active stuff. It is the important part of this Fool card for you, Aries, is the upheaval. The total 180. Okay? Uranus energy. Okay? Lightning, earthquakes, yeah? Just a rumble, a total shakeup, yeah? It could involve physical activity. It could involve new actions that you take. But if it's not so drastic, if you're not an Aries that is, that go-get-em type, because we're all different, right? And you're more subtle, you're a calmer Aries. Like I said, cut something out of your life. Fasting, food, or cutting out certain foods from your diet, cutting out your intake of social media, go on a social media hiatus, right? Something. Do it. Now, all of this that you're going through is all you. This is you. This is some other shit over here. This is you. What's this? Who's this? Fuck them. Sorry. Oh, man. I did ask for your energies. So when I do my meditations, I ask for messages, but I also ask for energy. And I occasionally end up channeling. I looked at this Prince of Pentacles with that Five of Wands above him. And look at this smug bastard. Who's this person? I don't know. Prince of Pentacles, so no offense, that might be a kid for some of you. Or excuse me, because the princesses would be the pages. But still, I did get like an adult child is what I get. Like your kid in college who's just like, what are you doing with your life, Dad? Get the hell out of my house. That's what I'm doing. Or what, I feel like there's a little bit of a judgment from this Prince of Pentacles for like a few of you. Not everybody's going to have that. But sorry for that. So Prince of Pentacles is equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles. So someone's around you, Aries, who's just looking at you and kind of judging you, evaluating you, wondering what you're doing, kind of being nosy, if I'm honest. Like, they're kind of in your business, and it's just like, you don't have to be here. You don't have to sit here and look at me or, monitor what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. You can go about and do your own damn thing. So I'm not pleased with this person being here. And you might not be pleased with them being there in your life. For the moment. Not in totality, but just for the moment. Because the Knight of Pentacles is highly observant. Yeah? He's the slowest knight, prince, whatever, in the tarot deck, yeah? And he evaluates. It's part of his charm or part of his skill set is to evaluate, to make judgment calls and to be practical and methodical and all that kind of stuff. And I think if it's not an external person or energy around you coming from several people, this could be something that you're doing to yourself. Either way, wherever that perspective is coming from, it can go to hell, okay? Because it's not doing any good. Especially since it's down here on this bottom line where we talked earlier, Aries, about you being in deep thought and deep reflection over your emotions and your mental state. It doesn't help that you have some other person or some energies around you that are just sitting there going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, looking at you through a magnifying glass and being like, what are you doing with your life? How come this is this way? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do... It's like critiquing. Get out of here. No critiquing, whether it's you or someone else. Critique-free zone is what you need right now, Aries. I mean, that's what I feel. Some of you might appreciate the criticism. Some of you might want the outside perspective. So let me give a caveat for those who are like, but I love my son. That's a joke. Of course you love your kid. But I'm just like, don't let it go on too long. Or, you know, draw a certain strong line with this judgmental energy, with this critiquing person, okay? Like, we're not going to talk about this all week. We can have brunch, and then that's it. You know? Don't... Oh... And I'm like super drawn... Not super drawn, but... Yeah, like the qualities of this being a Pentacles person is significant. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, potentially for you. One second, hold on. All right, Aries, sorry about that. I heard someone approaching my door, and I had to take care of it. Anyway, so Prince of Pentacles, yeah, that's where we were, right? Prince of Pentacles energy. Like, they mean good. They have good intentions, you know what I mean? They don't mean to bother you or to have their criticisms come off in a way to offend you or to make you feel like, you know, worse than you already do. But there's just like, and that's the thing is, even though he looks kind of smug to me on first glance, there's also, if you look a little further, at least when I look at this guy's face, there is sincerity there. So again, if this is a kid of yours or just a younger person with earth sign in their chart or earth sign qualities to them, there's kindness and fidelity in whatever they're saying or whatever they're, in some cases, bringing to you, because the princes, aka the knights, they bestow gifts. Yeah, could be a physical gift or an actual item, or a gift as in maybe just a conversation. You know what I mean? But there's still gonna be like this judging energy coming from them. Okay, so you can take that however you want. I feel Aries, given how sensitive this kind of feels, like, not saying you are sensitive or overly sensitive or anything at the moment, but it does feel kind of touchy-feely, like kind of tender, right? I feel you might have the reaction of this, and it is a reaction, it's not a response, is the Five of Wands, where it's like, them's fighting words kind of is how, well, not really fighting words, but it's like your back curls up quickly, like you like the claws come out quick. Five, and that makes sense. Fives are challenges. They're quick energies that kind of we might push some buttons are pushed against us, and it's just this exchange of, you know, like a flare-up of disagreements, yeah? And so it might be with this particular Prince of Pentacles, it might be with anybody who's coming into your space or into your world or into your anything giving you flack and you're just like, everybody shut the hell up and leave me alone. You might just have that energy. There's also traditionally with the Five of Wands, and I don't normally talk about it, but there is this aspect of competition. You could be competing with someone. And given that it's across this line, where we were talking about activities and the possibilities of new opportunities, maybe some of you are going to get into something that is competitive, right? Why did I say competitive? Competitive, yeah? So, and that could be, you know, like I was saying, I'm not necessarily with the pottery class, but just something that you see advertised somewhere, something you've always wanted to try, something that someone external to you suggests that you try, and you're like, okay, I've never tried cage fighting, but here I go. You know, whatever it is. And it brings out this competitive spirit in you. That could be another way that we could read that Five of Wands. Whatever it is, it's short-lived or it's contained. If it's not short-lived, it's contained. So again, you're only competitive, you know, every time you step into the octagon, or you're only competitive every time you sit down across from another person at a chessboard. Whatever you're doing, whatever is kind of bringing out this edge in you that has, if I'm honest, been a little lacking. It's been a little lacking, this edge in you, which is naturally there. Again, fire sign energy, cardinal energy, and just it is a part of your like cosmic DNA, if you want to think of it that way. All right, that's kind of easy. Anything else with that? Let me see. And yeah, like the element of it being a physical activity for some of you, not everybody is into it, but these two guys, they're sparring outside in what looks like a backyard, like a partly cloudy day. So there is this idea of, you know, going toe-to-toe with someone. And again, it could be argumentative. It could be, you know, reaction to someone giving you a critical evaluation, and you're just like, leave me alone, okay? Now your outcome for April, Three of Wands. So, yeah, being in a better state, number one. Like, a lot of this over here did not look very peaceful or calm. There's some disruption up here with the Ace of Wands and the Fool. Definite disruption up here with the Five of Wands. And then all of this is kind of pensive energy down here. This is serene. This Three of Wands for you. This is peace. This is a calm state of mind. This is having vision. This is having ideas, having, you know, tenacity back on your side, having drive and dreams back on your side. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yay, yay, yay. Okay? So a lot of you, and I'm only getting that because of the sort of sun-star hybrid that's above her. Some of you are getting enlightened to something. Like you're having like an aha moment. Or again, inspiration. Back here with the Ace of Wands potentially, yeah? And although she's not moving, this is a card about movement. This is a card about journeying. This is a card about, you know, after we've sort of set the foundation, moving forward on a project, moving forward with an idea, moving forward with new passion, new fervor, yeah? So, and, you know, not to ignore it, there is like that, I'm getting like that hit of like, perhaps the enlightenment, or perhaps like the pathway to this new fervor and energy and feeling invigorated for some of you is coming from peaceful times, like very yoga, meditative practices that, again, maybe you've never tried before, but you're going to give it a go. And maybe the competition is a competition within yourself. Like if you've never done anything physical with your body, you're not super athletic, you know, you're just a homebody or whatever, the competition could be an internal one, like proving to yourself, I can do these things. And yoga is no joke. I do it sparingly. And when I do, I get my ass kicked. So some of you could be challenging yourselves. And in those peaceful, quiet, you know, holding positions, fluid motions, all that kind of stuff, you might come to some kind of breakthrough, okay? The Three of Wands is really seeing what you want. Back here with the Ace of Wands. We don't have the Two of Wands here, but, you know, we'll get it. Well, not we'll get it, but it's... I feel that sequence is kind of somewhere in your life. So you get the ignition point with the Ace of Wands. Then you get into the choosing and the finally deciding which way to go with the Two of Wands. And then that Three of Wands is the inaction. Enacting the plan. Enacting the idea. Really allowing the thing to start to take shape in your physical world. Okay? Overall for the month, Mr. King of Pentacles. Is this like the partner that you had your Prince of Pentacles with? Is this like your spouse, your husband or your wife? No gender here, okay? It's a general reading. But beyond that, if it, that's possible, like this is the co-parent, who's less judgy but still kind of smug in some of your cases. Again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But beyond any of that, and not really focused on the parental thing, this is an energy about abundance. This is an energy that says, I have it. I have it in hand. It's assured. What is it? Pentacles, money, security, your home, your job, whatever. Your material possessions, things that hold value to you. And of course, one of my favorite things to think about that has value, your time. Time is valuable, right? So having abundance in some of those things or all of those things or one of those areas in particular. And being that it's an overall energy, it can, like I said, it can be an external person, but I think Aries, it's really, I think I mentioned early on, something about appreciation. And maybe some of you have lacked appreciation or lacked some perspective that allows you to have appreciation. I feel here that, the King of Pentacles, whatever he gets that he has in abundance, whatever he gets that is a part of his security, he earned it. He earned it. Therefore, he's allowed to appreciate it. He doesn't take for granted what he has. He knows he's earned it. He knows he's worked for it. And whether other people recognize him or not for it, it doesn't factor in. There's no ego, really, with the King of Pentacles. So I think as your overall energy, whatever you've lost back here, whatever you're mournful of or kind of feeling sorrowful over, ruminating on and all that kind of stuff, the King of Pentacles is here to kind of wake you up to there's still something regarding your pentacles, aka what you value in the material world, and it can be relationships, it can be other people. It doesn't have to be, again, money or objects. It can be something abstract like time, it can be something abstract or kind of doesn't seem to be something to appreciate, but it could be your job. And you'd be like, but I hate my job, but you have a job. You see what I mean? So where having the perspective of the King of Pentacles, realizing, even though your job is shitty, even though you can't really stand most of your coworkers, guess what? It pays your bills. Guess what? It put your kid through college. Guess what? It allowed you to be debt-free or is, allowing you to work towards being debt-free. I don't know why this is something that is in your overall, but it's there. And I know that he made an appearance in your birthday message, and I don't really remember what he was all about, but I know he was there. So a lot of concerns, even here between that Prince of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles. That's 2 court cards in the Pentacle suit. There is perhaps some need to focus on your material world, again, the things that you value, and really appreciating them. Perhaps what you lost back here was because of a lack of appreciation. And not to say that, appreciating what you lost is going to bring it back to you. Just to say, going forward, let's start to up the appreciation game, okay? All right, Aries, you're off the hook. Guys, that's your April 2019 reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, you know what to do. Like button down below. Comment section. Share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can see when the uploads come. I am very close to breaking a little milestone around here on YouTube, so if you're not subscribed but you keep coming back, just hit me with a subscribe. That would be cool. It would put me closer to my goal, and everything that YouTube allows you to do with the channel helps it grow. So if you want to help me grow And if you like to see my content and you want other people to see my content and you want me to kind of join this pool of amazing YouTube readers, please interact with the channel. Please interact with the videos, okay? All right. What's next for you guys? I did your birthday. I did your mid-month. I think I'm probably going to end up doing mid-months for April, so you kind of have that to look forward to. And if I don't end up doing them, then you at least have May to look forward to, okay? So I'm going to see you guys fairly soon, all right? Thank you so much for watching, Aries. I appreciate it so much. Take care. Bye.